Yo, what's going on, ItzSawk here, and today I'm bringing you guys my GBA NPA League War Game 2 versus AsterJ and his Montreal Habsols, I believe is how you pronounce it. If you guys do not care to see this team builder portion I'm about to go through, be sure there's a timestamp on the right side of the screen, other side of the logo. You guys will be taken to that time if you click to it in the video, and of course you'll go right to the game, so you don't have to see what I'm bringing if you just want to skip to the game. It is a very, very long game, so I do kind of hope you guys stick around for the team builder to kind of get a grasp of why this game is going to be so long. For the rest of you, let's get right into it. So, his team does consist of Kieran Black. His only Z mover is Kieran Black. Diggersby, Cobalion, Talonflame, Tangela, Mega Sableye, Clefable, and Blastoise. So at base glance, you can see exactly how this team is supposed to work. It's going to be a very, very bulky offensive team with two breakers in Diggersby and Kieran Black to set up for a Talonflame or a Cobalion win. It's easy as that. You can clearly see Tangela, Mega Sableye, Clefable, and Blastoise are there just for defensive reasons. I don't see him bringing offensive Blastoise, offensive Clefable, or offensive Mega Sableye at all versus my team. So I kind of prepped around that. So when I looked at the matchup, I sat down with my front office. Shout out to my front office. Sped, Shed, and Hobie are doing an excellent job helping me out. We sat down and we're like, okay, what Pokemon on our team can put in the most work that I have to keep around as much as possible? And Scarf Buzzwole did that for us. So we have Drain Punch, Rock Slide, Iron Head, and Leech Life. This literally hits everything we predicted to come. Drain Punch for the Kira, Drain Punch for the Diggersby, Drain Punch for the Cobalion. Rock Slide hits Talonflame. Iron Head hits the Blastoise, and Leech Life hits Mega Sableye for neutral and hits Talonflame for super effective. Because the 6 we were predicting were Talonflame, Tangela, Mega Sableye, Clefable, Kieran Black, and Cobalion. I could definitely see Diggersby coming over something like Talonflame. But yeah, pretty much most of his team I kind of expected to come. It was just a matter of, like, okay, he only has 6 Mons he can use out of this. What are the 6 that are most likely going to come from me? And my mock battle actually really helped me kind of get insight. So, yeah, mock battles were really, really nice to me, for once. Weird. Next up here, we do have Flame Plate, Heatran, Dorian with Earth Power, Dragon Pulse, Fire, Blast, and Flash Cannon. Max HP, max special attack, just going balls to the wall, hitting everything as hard as I can. This hits everything on his team besides Talonflame, which we looked at the team and we're like, okay, what would Talonflame want to come and what could it do? Nothing. So I have coverage for it on the Buzzwole with Rock Slide. Otherwise, I have like no other coverage for it because I figured it wouldn't come, but I wanted to have something for it just in case. But yeah, this Heatran literally just comes on in and clicks one button and sees what takes half of its health gone. Next up here, we do have Shaquaze. Unfortunately, I did misspell it when I had it. It's supposed to be Shaquaza, the Jellicent, and actually it was Cursed Body in the game. I wanted it to be Water Absorb, which is my bad. But fully Vizdef, 252 HP, 252 max defense, bold-natured, dazzling memes, recover, scald, and toxic. This is a very, very stally set for a very, very stally team, so I can kind of counter-stall. Dazzling memes hits Mega Sableye perfectly. Recover, scald, and toxic are 3 great moves I can spam against his team, which are really, really, really nice to have. Next up here, we do have Austin, the Berry holding Shiny Aromatisse, Wish, Protect, Moonblast, and Refresh. This is such a great cleric against this team because I can go right into this on Clefable. I can heal up all my team in case, like, Shaquaza's Toxic or Buzzwole's Burn or something like that. So I'm able to heal everything up with a nice fat Wish. As you guys can see, base 100 HP, base 100 HP, 91 HP, 107 HP. These wishes are going to be healing up a lot of health for my team. So it's going to be really nice when I can start wish patching to my next Pokemon. Speaking of next Pokemon, next up we do have Womar, the Dragonium holding Zygarde, Dragon Dance, Thousand Arrows, Outrage, and Iron Tail. So D-Dance 3 attacks with Dragonium this week. Basically, I kind of see him bringing like a defensive Blastoise to help take Thousand Arrows. So if I can get a +1, I can Dragonium Z that and hopefully do a good amount of damage. Iron Tail is for the Clefable because Unaware Clefable would wall this set otherwise. And so I really didn't want to bring Steelium, just in case something like Cobalion switched in or Tangela switched in. So Dragonium was just an overall decent neutral bring. I'm already going 50-50s in the team building. Like this, it's a very important game. Next up here we do have Brendan the Aerodactyl Megad, Wing Attack, Earthquake, Stone Edge, and Hone Claws. So Hone Claws 3 attacks this week. This is going to be kind of like a breaker. I can start to use mid-game. I can hopefully get set up on something like a Tangela. I can come on in, I can Hone Claws up, and start doing some work as much as I can. However, I do need to be aware of something like Wild Charge Diggersby, but we will get to that when we get there. But yeah, that is pretty much the team. Scarf, Buzzwole, Flameplate, Heatran, Fizz, Def, Jellicent, 3 attacks, Hone Claws, Mega Arrow, Berry, or Healer, Man, Aromatisse, and Dragonia Lamar. So with that, I will see you guys right in the game. And we are back for the game. As you guys can see, he did bring that Mega Blastoise, that frickin' Diggersby, that Mega Sableye, that Cobalion, that Clefable, and the Tangela, which is around the 6 I expected. I expected Kyurem Black, but I'm not surprised to not see it. Talonflame, like I said in the team builder, it could come, it could not. I had a little bit of coverage for it, as you guys saw with Scarf Buzzwole, but other than that, I really didn't have much for it, so I'm pretty glad it didn't come. However, all of my sets look like they can put in work, except maybe not much of Dragonium Z Wamar, aka the Zygarde 50%. But otherwise, it looks like the rest of my team can put in a lot of work. So versus his team, I figured Aromatisse is a pretty safe lead because in his draft analysis, he said Mega Sableye is usually a pretty safe lead. So you can go and get a Mega off, fake out, and get a pretty easy Mega to not have rocks on his side of the field. So I figured Aromatisse would be a pretty safe lead to counter that. It also led against the rest of his team very, very, very well, except the Cobalion, which if he led with, I could go straight into like Jellicent or something like that. But I digress. With that, have fun, Aster. Hopefully there's not a lot of hacks in this game. This is a very long battle. I'm just letting you guys know. Grab your popcorn if you're on mobile. Walk to the kitchen, make yourself some food, and just listen to me ramble for like 27 more minutes. With that, let's get on to it. So, here we go. GBA NPA Game 2 against AsterJ. He, as you guys know, is going to lead off with Tom, which is his Blastoise here. So, first thing. I'm figuring to the point where something to the effect of like, I don't know, something like Moonblast should come out here. I did think about this for a good minute, but I'm like, okay, if he Flash Cannons here, it ruins my Berry, which is really, really nice to have for later in the game when Cobalion comes around. So I debated going between Moonblast and getting damage off to see what kind of set this was, or switching out right away to try to get my Jellicent in on a Scald move so I could get my Water Absorb up so I could really start getting into a good position early. I decided I am going to go right into Jellicent, which is probably my best play possible. So Jellicent will come on in as he is going to click Toxic, which is a very, very, very solid play on his part. You guys will hear me say solid play quite a lot. This game was all about the middle ground plays and using them well. Pretty much, I guess, kind of thing. I'm going to take that turn of Toxic damage as he is going to withdraw Tom, his Blastoise. He's going to go right into Jolt, which is that Clefable. I'm going to collect Toxic on my own, so Clefable will get Toxic right away. So things are starting to look pretty decent for your boy pretty early on. However, like I said, it is turn 2, so we can't go too far into the game yet. So I am going to get a little bit of HP back with those leftovers, as he's going to take a little bit of chip damage with that burn. I'm going to take a little bit of chip damage with my poison as well. Sorry, there's some poison on both sides. I'm going to double right into my Dorian, which is my Heatran, because I figure he can't touch this, as he's going to make a double on his own, which is a very, very good play on his part. He's going to go right back into Tom, which of course is that Blastoise. And knowing I can't stay under this Blastoise, I'm going to switch right out. I can't take much damage at all. I'm going to go right back into Shakeways, which is the Jellicent, and I'm going to get some Scald HP damage off. But I forgot I am actually Cursed Body in the game. Like I said in the Team Builder, I was meant to be Water Absorb. So being Cursed Body kind of hurts me here. However, it's not the end of the world. I can still pull this out, even with the Misgen on my end. So he's going to click Scald again, get some more damage off onto me, as I will not take very much from it. I'm going to click Toxic right here just to start wearing this down, so I'm going to start whittling down his team, which is very, very helpful for mine. As we did see earlier, the Clefable did take it, so we know it's unaware and not Magic Guard, so that's very good knowledge to have. So yeah, Zygarde looks like null and void here, so if I can get in, I'll just Dragon Dance up, Dragonium, and try to get as much damage as I can off. As Poison does wear on both of our team members, I'm going to go right into Austin, which is my, of course, Aromatisse, and try to get some nice damage off. He's going to click Refresh, which is really, really cool on his end. He brought a move that I already have on my team as well, which is nice because he's able to get rid of the poison. However, I can easily... as he clicks Toxic, I'm going to click Moonblast. I'll need some damage on this thing now. I can also click Wish here, which is also a pretty decent middle ground play, but however, like I said, I do click Moonblast. Moonblast just lets me know, of course, how much bulk he has, which, judging by that, he has pretty good bulk, because Aromatisse, it's alright, it's mediocre attack. I am going to, I believe I clicked Wish here. He's going to go right into Patters, which is that Tangela, and this Tangela is really annoying, but I do click that Wish right here, so of course, that Wish will come on out, and I will take a little bit of Poison Chip damage. So I'm going to swap out right back into my Cowpat, which is my Scarf Buzzwole, thinking, I don't know what he can do for me. He can't burn me with anything unless he gets like a random Hidden Power Fire Burn. However, he's going to knock off my Choice Scarf, which is kind of bad for me, looking at it. However, the Wish does come true, so I'm going to be at full health. I'm figuring he's going to want to swap out here, but he's going to go right into Lars, which is his Cobalion here. And I do click Leech Life because it was a good play because it hit Sableye. It hit most of his team besides this one Pokemon. If I click Drain Punch there, I could have been in a really, really advantageous position early, but he is going to click Volt Switch, revealing that, of course, he is very much speed invested. He's going to go right back to Aster, as he is going to go right into Necro, which is that Sableye. Knowing that, predicting me to go right for Drain Punch, because I might think I might be faster still. So, it's a good play on his part. I'm going to swap Buzzwole out for Austin, aka the Aromatisse. As I can freely get in here, I can click Moonblast once, as he is going to Mega Evolve, get that cool Mega Evolution off, becoming one of the most stally Megas in all of the meta. Of course, as most of us players know, he's going to click Dark Pulse. So, pretty negligent damage on that. The Toxic damage is doing more than that, so I'm not very worried by it. I am going to go right into my Heat Train here, which is, of course... Oh, I actually am going to go Buzzwole. Later in the game, I do this. I do a different play. I predict him to swap out, not wanting to stay in, so I'm going to go into my Buzzwole here. He goes right into Clefable. Now, this is where it gets fun, because if I get an Iron Head Flinch into another Iron Head Flinch, I can knock this Clefable out, and I can just start going to town with Buzzwole, which is really, really nice to have. So he's going to withdraw Jolt, knowing that he can't let this thing take much Iron Head damage at all. He's going to right into Necro, which is that Mega Sableye. So I do click that Iron Head, and boom, take some nice chip damage onto that Mega Sableye. I'm going to swap out my Buzzwole into Dorian, which is that Heatran. As I said a little bit earlier, he's going to click Recover, which is pretty good on his end. So my play here is just click Fire Move. I click Fire Move and do over half to this thing. I do click Flame Plate Boosted Fire Blast, as that does 70%. It's that Mega Sableye. He's going to click Calm Mind, which is hilarious. Calm Mind Sableye against my team actually doesn't do too well, because my Buzzwole could easily just click Leech Life a couple times. If you Will-O-Wisp it, cool. You can Calm Mind up, but I'm still going to get your HP back. By the time you get to +6, I can easily stall it out. However, I digress. He's going to go right into Tom, which is his Blastoise here, on my Flash Cannon, because it killed that Mega Sableye and was pretty good against the rest of his team, as I will get a little bit more chip damage off. Slowly, this Blastoise is getting whittled down, so I'm like, alright, this is fine. It's decently long game at this point. We are about 15-20 minutes in. as Aromatisse will come on out here, which is pretty safe middle ground play against this Skull that he's probably going to throw out, which he does. So I'm going to be just over half HP, but this poison is really annoying, so I need to get rid of this poison ASAP. Because as you guys can see, it's taking me just under half health, which is really, really bad for me. He is going to withdraw his Blastoise going right into Jolt, which is his Clefable, as I'm going to click Wish. First things first, HP over poison, because I can recover the poison in 1 turn, HP in 2. So his Clefable will take a little bit more poison damage, as I will take a good bit of poison damage, and I will be slowly knocked down to low. He is going to click Heal Bell on his side, so a bell will chime, as all poisons will be taken off. So Jolt cured the poisoning, and Necro healed its burn. I'm going to click Refresh on my end, so I lose my poisoning, and with my Wish, I will get up to a very, very good amount of HP. He will get his leftovers back, and I will not get anything because of my Berry. So he will use Wish one more time to try to get some HP back, probably onto his Blastoise, as I'm like, alright, what's a good middle ground play? Wish is pretty safe to kind of see what he does as we both click Wish, which is pretty good on both of our ends. So he will withdraw Jolt to try to get some HP back into another Pokemon, which is Lars here. He does go right into that Gobalion, as I'm going to swap out myself, as I'm going to go into Shayquaza, which is pretty good middle ground play. It did fairly well against most of his team, bar this Pokemon, because Volt Switch might hurt a little bit. However, I'm not too worried. I'm at full HP, and I'm only taking 1 turn of poison, so I'm still around 195 HP-ish. He's going to click Rocks, which really, really starts pressuring my team because I don't have any hazard removal, as he noticed. I'm just going to click Scald. Now, if this would have burned, it would have been absolutely amazing. Been able to clear out this thing's physical attack would be really, really nice for my team. However, unfortunately, I don't get that luck my way. So, yeah. He's going to click Volt Switch here, and he is going to swap right on out. As you can see, that did absolutely nothing. My Cursed Body, funnily enough, will disable the Volt Switch, as he swaps out anyway. He's going to go right into Powders, which is his Tangela, as I do click Recover, get some HP back, as I'm not afraid of what it's going to do. So, I'm going to take one more turn of pretty hefty poison damage, and it's going to really start racking up here. He is going to withdraw his Powders to try to see what I'm going to do, as he's going to go right into Jolt, which is his Clefable. As I will click Toxic on this, predicting him to not be able to do anything on me, because if that Tangela can get poisoned, or the incoming Clefable can get poisoned, it's fine either way, because damage is damage, and damage is needed. So, I'm going to get a little bit of leftovers back, as that poison will start to wear off on the Clefable, and then on me. As you guys can see, that poison's starting to rack up a little bit, it's starting to become a little bit of a problem. I'm going to swap Shayquaza out just for Poison Turn Reset and go right into Dorian, because I don't think this Clefable can touch my Heatran at this point. I've seen Wish, I've seen Heal Bell, and I'm pretty sure Protect is on this set as well. So his last move is probably Moonblast, his Stab for Buzzwole, and without that, he can't touch this. So he literally is free Dorian turn switch-ins every time I can. He's going to withdraw his Jolt, basically confirming he can't touch my Heatran, as he's going to go right into Tom. So I'm going to click Flash Cannon here. It hit the Clefable, and it hit most of his team aside from that frickin' Cobalion. However, it does decent damage, but the Wish will heal it all the way right back up, and with its leftovers, Blastoise will be back at full HP. And at this moment, we are probably 20-25 minutes into the battle, so we're gearing up for a long battle, as nothing's died yet even. I'm going to go into Shayquaza, which of course is my Jealous, and he's going to go to Scald, and this would have been nice again if I was Water Absorbed, because I would have taken a little bit of health back. However, I'm not, unfortunately. So I'm going to take that poison damage. Unfortunately, he is going to withdraw his Blastoise here, as he's going to go right into Jolt, which of course is the Clefable. I learned his nicknames by the time we were done with this game, just from like how many times they were switching in and out. I'm going to just click Recover, get some HP back, as my poison turns have reset. It's like not that bad yet, it's only 2 turns of poison at the moment, I believe. So my leftovers will take me up to just under full, as poison damage will take me down to about 180. As poison damage will take him down to about 92%, I'd say. Around that area. I'm going to swap myself out into my Cowpat, which of course is Buzzwole here, knowing he probably can't do much against whatever was in. He does click Heal Bell, which is nice for him. He can get rid of his poison on his end. So Jolt was cured of the poisoning, which is pretty good on him, so he can kind of stay in a little bit longer, be longevity-wise. I'm just going to click Iron Head here, as it does a good amount of damage, and we do flinch. Now, that is pretty big, because if Buzzwole would have gone down, I could have gone at something like Mega Arrow, or a Dragonium, a Z-move Lamar, or something else could have happened, but I do get the flinch on this, so he is forced to protect to get some HP back. Waste another turn, as I am just going to click Iron Head one more time. He is going to go right into Tom, which is his Blastoise. Physically defensive, as we all know by now. So that Iron Head will come on out. It'll do not anything. So he's going to get his Blastoise back up to decent HP, near full. Probably 1 or 2 leftover turns away. I'm going to withdraw my Buzzwole because I cannot risk a Scald Burn on it. Because if that thing gets burned, it's bad for me. So I'm going to go right into my Aromatisse, which is a pretty safe switch in. As he's going to go right for a Scald here. Hit my Aromatisse. No burn, thankfully, so I don't have to use a refresh. I can just click Wish, which is very good for me, as he will click Toxic. So this Toxic really doesn't matter too much on Aromatisse because I can always refresh this. So it's fine. I'm going to click Moonblast here to get some decent damage off to get some more chip, forcing him to try to Wish pass into his Blastoise a little bit more, so I can start hopefully pounding in that home. So I'm going to take a little bit of poison damage, get just under half HP, as he will withdraw his Tom, and he will go right into Jolt, which is his Clefable. Now, I'm going to click Wish here, trying to get some HP back, and this is where it's going to start getting really, really repetitive if you haven't noticed already. It's just scouting for moves, scouting sets, Wish passing, refreshing poison damage. This game is a long game. He is going to Moonblast here, get some decent chip damage off. I will live pretty easily. I will click Refresh, removing my poison, as that Wish I clicked last turn will come to fruition, and heal me to a decent amount of HP. I'd probably say around 65 to 70%, somewhere in that area. Yeah. He's going to click his own Wish to try to get some HP back and to blast it into Blastoise or something to the effect of. I'm going to click Wish on my end, being able to pass it into whatever I think I should go into, as he will get his leftovers back, as, sorry, Jolt will be swapped out, which of course is the Clefable. He will go right into Mono, which is his Diggersby here, as I am going to go right out into my Aerodactyl, and this is when stuff's going to start getting fun, because something's dropping. So I'm going to Mega Evolve myself after I exert my pressure, and I will click Earthquake. So being at full HP, which is really nice for my Aerodactyl, I can click Earthquake, get some good damage off on this. Boom. Mega Evolution, go. As I will just easily click Earthquake, as boom. Earthquake will do a lot of damage. He will click Wild Charge, which does a lot to me. Without that Wish, Aerodactyl would have gone down. He does reveal to be the Papa Berry, the Eye of Papa Berry. It'll take him to about 75%, as my Earthquake, unfortunately, will not be in kill range anymore because it only did half. So this Earthquake will do a decent amount, take him down to the red, but the return from him, unfortunately, will knock out Mega Aerodactyl. So Mega Aerodactyl will be the first Pokemon to go down 15 minutes and 30 seconds into this game. As Wamar will now come on out, my Dragonium, big boy, Zygarde, Fitty. I'm just going to click Dragon Dance here, which is pretty safe against this team. I don't think he wants to stay in with his friggin' Diggersby, as I pretty much expected Tangela to come on in. So now with my +1, I am just going to freely click. Actually, I Dragon Danced again, I believe, on this turn to try to get to +2. Yes. So I will get to +2 on attack and speed, as a Hidden Power Ice will come out from Tangela, which is very, very solid prep on his part, as it will do way too much to my Zygarde, I am going to click my Z move here, which is, of course, his Dragonium, as Lamar, using a Dragonium Z, will do a good amount of damage to this Tangela, making him forced to pivot around with it to try to get some more HP on it, to try to stop the rest of my team. So Devastating Drake from Zygarde will come out here. It is a +2 Zygarde, clicking a Z move as it almost killed. If it crit, it killed, but that is the absolute highest roll possible that I could have gotten, as unfortunately Zygarde will go down now. So, yeah, I'm down 4-6 again. In most of my battles, at least, it goes like this too. However, I think I still have a good shot at winning this. I just have to get a couple of 50-50s right, and a couple of 50-50s have to go my way. So I'm going to click Leech Life here against that Blastoise. It did good amount of damage. It killed the Tangela, of course. I could have clicked probably any move it will kill the Tangela, but I felt like Leech Life was my best play because it got me a little bit of HP back versus whatever was going to want to come on in versus it. So he's going to be under half. So I'm not going to risk it not killing, as you just saw Leech Life. A stab move did not do enough. I'm going to go right into my Aromatisse. As my Pointed Stones will dig right in. He will click Scald, which does a decent chunk to me, and he burns me, because of course he burns me, because luck hates me. So he will get a little bit of HP back with leftovers, as the burn will start to take a little bit more tolling on me. He is going to withdraw Tom, his Blastoise, and go right into Mama Jolt, which is that big Clef. I will click Moonblast here just to try to get damage off, as Moonblast will come on out. It'll do a good chunk to that Clefable. Its special attack falls, but as we know, it's unaware, so it really doesn't even matter. So the burn will take a little bit more off my health. I am at 50 HP now. He's going to click Wish, as I believe I did the same here. We just kind of exchanged wishes. I don't know what that Clefable's wishing for. I'm wishing for a nice new bike for Christmas. It's the holiday season. Black Friday's coming up. I wish I didn't have to work it. But yeah, that leftovers will come back and help that Clefable just a little bit. I'm at 38 HP, so he's going to click Protect, as I believe I clicked Wish again to try to get some more HP back. And now, because of this, knowing he protected this turn, he's probably going to attack me next turn, so I need to show Protect on this next turn, because if I don't, Aromatisse dies, and I need this thing alive in order to even have a chance in this game. So I'm going to click Protect. I'm going to get my wish back as he clicks Moonblast, which is a pretty solid play on his part to try to attack and get rid of me. However, I'm not going down that easily, not without a fight. So my wish will come true. I will be at a good amount of HP. As Clefable will take another turn of leftovers health back, I will take a burn turn because of that stupid Scald. As Jolt will use Wish on this turn, getting some HP back for itself and its team members. As I will click Moonblast, trying to get some damage off. And I think you guys can kind of see where this is going. I'm clicking Moonblast on the turn he clicks Wish. I'm clicking Wish on the turn he clicks Protect. And then I'm clicking Protect on the turn he clicks Moonblast. And it's a wash, rinse, and repeat cycle. So you can see here, he clicks Moonblast on this next turn, as I do click Wish. So it's pretty standard sequence of moves. Pretty predictable, but hey, I'm doing what I need to do in order to try to win at least. That burn will start taking a really big toll onto me, as he will click Wish on his own to try to get a little bit more HP to try to pass into team members, as I do click Moonblast myself, trying to get some extra damage off, as that does decent amount. I will drop the special attack again, which is pretty funny. I get the most unnecessary luck in the game versus this Clefable. This Clefable is just getting hacked. However, my team got hacked, which is pretty unfortunate on my end. So he's going to withdraw Jolt, as he is going to go right into Lars, which is that Cobalion. So I'm going to click Moonblast here, which does some decent chip damage, as you guys can see. Puts it just under half. And if I can actually click Moonblast one more time because the wish came true, I can put it about health where Drain Punch will actually OHKO it. I don't have to risk anything. So he will click Iron Head, my Berry will pop. And as we see right here, it's super effective. The Berry weakened the damage, so it didn't kill, but I flinched. So because I flinched, I couldn't move, and I couldn't click Moonblast to try to get some more damage off. I'm going to be hurt by my burn, And sadly, I am going to have to let Austin go down, as Aromatisse unfortunately will faint. And now I'm in a very, very bad position. However, I'm also in not a bad one either. I'm going to go into Dorian, which is my Heatran, thinking, okay, he doesn't have physical coverage. He's going to click Volt Switch, which he does, and I am just going to click a free move against his team, which he goes right into Necro, which is his Mega Sableye. So, consolation prize, I get to kill a Mega Sableye with Fire Blast. Thankfully, I hit. So, Mega Sableye will fall, as it's now only 3 to 5, manageable. I can do this. We're only 20 minutes. We're only like 45 minutes into the game at this point. He will click Scald, and that'll do a good amount of damage to my Dorian, as you guys can see. I will click Earth Power and get some more damage off on this. So this is actually now in range of things that I can kill it with. It will get a little bit leftovers back. But now, because Scald will kill me, I can go right actually into my Buzzwole. And if I can get a couple things my way, it could go really well. However, the crit Scald will kill Dorian. The crit did not matter, but it just salted the wound at this point. It's not looking very good for your boy. However, everything's weakened to a point where Buzzwole, because it's not scarfed anymore, can actually just click moves. It can click a combination of 3 moves, being Drain Punch, Iron Head, and Leech Life, and start doing a lot of damage. He's going to go into his Lars, which is that Cobalion, and this is where that damage would have been huge. As you can see, this Drain Punch does not kill. If I would have killed this and got a Beast Boost, it would have been really, really nice to take that. Got all my HP back, and I wouldn't have to take any move. He does click Volt Switch, which alone is not great for itself, as he will go right into his Mono, which is his Diggersby. So Diggersby will take this Drain Punch, it will faint. And this is where it gets really interesting. Now I'm a +1 Buzzwole. I now have a Beast Boost under my belt. So it could be really, really interesting here. As you guys can see, my Beast Boost will pop, my attack will raise, and he will go right into Jolt. So this is where it's going to come down to. This Iron Head, if it flinches, I can win. He will go for Protect to see what I'm going to do, just to make sure. I will click Iron Head. He knows my play. I know his. He's going to click Moonblast here. I'm going to click Iron Head. If I can get a crit, like a crit kill, or a flinch, it's game. So I will click Iron Head. It is a crit. He does not flinch. So Buzzwole, unfortunately, will faint. As now it's on Jellicent. And at this point in the game, there was 5 minutes left in the game. We only had 5 minutes left. We've been playing on Wi-Fi for 50 minutes. I am going to go into my Shayquaza here, as I can't stall out 4 Pokemon in a matter of 5 minutes, even if they are lowered health. He's going to click Protect, waste some time, as I'm going to click Recover, because this poison is going to end up what's going to be taking me out. As you guys can already tell by my voice, it doesn't look good. And unfortunately, your Minnesota Twin Needles aren't looking like they can pull this one off. He will withdraw Jolt just to make sure this Jellicent can't put in any more work than it has to. Tom will come on out, which is his Blastoise. So Blastoise will take a little bit of damage. I won't even get the burn on it for consolation. And yeah. Basically, it's just going to be the last couple turns are me getting poisoned, him clicking Dark Scald. As you can see, Scald will come on out there. It'll do almost no damage. I will click Dazzling Gleam, revealing my tech, as it does more than Scald. And it might 2 a KO from this range. It might. As unfortunately, Leftovers, Poison are not a good combination, because they waste time very, very quickly. He will withdraw Tom to make sure he doesn't lose any differential. He will go right into Patters, which is his Tangela, as I will click Dazzling Gleam again, and it will do just under what I needed to do to 2 a KO, because he was just in the yellow. It did not go to red. If I could have got it to the red HP, things could have happened. Could have. He's going to withdraw Patters to get that Regenerator back. He's going to go right into Tom, which is his Blastoise. As you guys can see, this Dazzling Gleam isn't even going to do enough in order to kill. Leftovers will take it around, as poison damage plus leftovers will go through again, and this poison damage is really starting to wear down on me. As poison will take me down to 43 health, as he will withdraw Tom to preserve the differential, go right into Patters, which is, of course, that Tangela. It's at green HP now, there's nothing I can do to kill it. I will click Dazzling Memes once again, as it will not do enough. My leftovers will pop, and poison damage will take it off. And unfortunately, Jellison will be the last team member to go down. I lose versus Aster 4-0, however, the score does not reflect how close the game actually was. This game was one of the best games I think I personally have ever played, both in terms of like skill level, in terms of like predictions, in terms of the quality of game. Like not even just like setup sweep go. Like that's an easy game to call your best game. This game was amazing, even though I got 4-0'd. It was amazing because of the fact that I was able to almost pull out a victory over one of the most well-known, well-respected coaches in the entire GBA. Everyone knows Aster's a good battler. It's just last season the GBA wasn't his. So with that, very, very good game to Aster. If you guys are coming from my channel, be sure to go to his channel. Make sure you subscribe. Go like the video versus me. Make sure you tell him that ItzSawk sent ya. If you guys are coming on my side from Aster's video, hey, my name is ItzSawk. I upload content, I guess, and I stream on Twitch. With that, I'm going to get out of here today, guys. Peace out, Scouts.